Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Pattern Shift on Dr. T TV. I'm Dr. T, and this is the place where we shift reactions into intentions so we can all live our most elevated life. The pattern shift that we're doing today is really crucial for everyone, and especially in these really interesting times that we're all living in, where a lot of issues keep getting worse and worse, and we really need to make a shift. So the pattern shift that we're doing is we're shifting depression into enthusiasm. And this pattern shift is monumental. And it's one that I just encourage everyone to get on board with. Right? Because while there are people who are more prone to depression, people who are more emotionally sensitive, and preceding all of these big changes in our world, there was already a pandemic of depression. And then when you add in the pandemic, there's really a global pandemic of depression, and it is insidious and it is life-threatening. It is life-threatening because it steals people's lives if they're still breathing, and it's also life-threatening because it steals people's lives, literally. So it's really important to make this shift and make this replacement. And the replacement is to take depression, no matter how low it's having you feel, no matter how deeply this pattern is present, and you got to replace it with enthusiasm, because we got to have a real contrast here, right? We can't try to replace depression with just like pleasantness, right? We got to give it some oomph. We got to really give it some juice. So everywhere where we would be feeling depression, any one of us, any one of you or anyone that you know, anywhere where depression would be rolling, that pattern would be having momentum. Anywhere it would just be landing on people and just taking them down. Anywhere where you'd be saying, I'm depressed, don't do that. Don't identify I'm depressed. No. Anywhere where you're feeling depression, or anywhere where depression's existing, we're going to put in its place enthusiasm for life. And where you would have said, I'm depressed, where you would have told your friend that, where you would have said that, you're going to put in its place over and over and over again. I'm enthusiastic about, and it can be about life. I'm enthusiastic about my new puppy. I'm enthusiastic about Christmas, the future, summer. We just got to have something. We just got to start shifting the pattern so that yourself can begin to feel that shift. The moment you start making that shift, I'm enthusiastic about, and even though I know it's challenging with depression because it's such a strong pattern that really gets a grip on people, we don't want to buy into it. We want to, I'm enthusiastic. I'm enthusiastic about, and you got to find something. Start with anything. I'm enthusiastic even about, the sheets that I'm laying on because I'm depressed in bed or whatever. Got to be enthusiastic. And the more you're enthusiastic about something really exciting about the future that you're going to put in its place, the more that depression pattern is just going to get replaced. It's just going to get replaced and replaced, because enthusiasm is so powerful. It feels so good. It does so much. And this is a very important pattern shift, because just think about it. Everywhere where you're depressed, anyone's depressed in your family, people are depressed in the world, we're going to shift that pattern, because ultimately we need everybody to be enthusiastic about life, creating life, about the future. We've got to be enthusiastic about it. Otherwise, depression will actually continue to get worse, because we're not actually connected to the fact that we're so powerful we get to create whatever we want, no matter what's happened, no matter if it's like ashes and dust and mess and chaos. we're powerful creators and we are creating all the time. So we got to be enthusiastic about it. And all, having talked to people, having so many people come for consultations who have tried everything for depression and electroshock therapy and all kinds of stuff. And I myself, when I was younger, felt depression, and I could have been on that track really easily. Got to replace it with enthusiasm, because enthusiasm for life is what people want. And people don't want to just get rid of their depression. They want to be enthusiastic for life. So we're just going to say that. And this is the big invitation. Everywhere you would have said you're depressed, you're going to say, I am enthusiastic, and fill it in. And now imagine, take that out the whole rest of your life. That's the new equation. And what that does, how that makes you feel, what that brings to your life, the life of your kids, the people that you care about, the people that you interact with. And if we make that pattern shift in this world, where everybody that feels depressed instead feels enthusiastic and makes that and keeps saying, I feel enthusiastic about whatever, that's an atmospheric shift that also, by the way, starts to solve all kinds of problems that are going on, because we don't have time for our most amazing people of this world to be depressed. We need everybody's contribution and innovation. We need their enthusiasm for creating the world that we all want to live in together. Right? So we got to make this shift. And if this pattern shift is helping you, that's one thing. And I'm really happy about that. If you feel this pattern shift will help people in your life and you want to share that with them, I really encourage you to do that, because whatever we share with others changes the world that we live in. So instead of like, even if, this is why I do this, because I get to be enthusiastic all the time, but I know that my peeps everywhere in the world, there's a lot of peeps feeling depressed. So then instead of, being in a world where people all get to feel enthusiastic, then I've got to know that people are feeling depressed, and that's not the world I want to live in. So I'm just stepping up to say, let's be enthusiastic. Let's replace that, and let's help each other out. Let's share these pattern shifts so that people can elevate their lives, so we can all live a more elevated life together, and really shift not only the atmosphere internally, but our entire atmosphere here on Earth. So thanks for helping me share this pattern shift. And again, this is just one of them. And we do lots of different shifts and a lot of different techniques and stuff over at drtracyinc.com, where it's our emotional training center and our amazing world-class emotional training team that I really invite you to check out. Again, it's drtracyinc.com. And, I really appreciate you all tuning in and making these shifts with me. And there's more pattern shifts to come, and I'll see you next time. All right, everyone, take care.